For strategy to be successful, people have to understand it. And what better way to help people understand it than actually involve people in developing it? So that's been the approach with the design team. The design team is there to work together to build this collective view and vision for where the school wants to go. So the design team is a collective group of volunteers. We've set up some times and we've set up a space, and this group gathers every couple of weeks.
The design team has a multitude of people across divisions, which I think is crucial because everyone's got their paradigm that they're viewing this design process through. Part of what Cameron has invited us to do is to bring our strengths, keep it simple, and think about how we can be contributors, designers with this group. So I've been sitting with computer science teachers and middle school math who I don't normally rub shoulders with on my day-to-day professional conversations. When we come together for this collaborative purpose, it's really nice to see that people across divisions have the same designer's mindset and want to be contributors that way.
We are exploring strategy using a number of different resources, but one of the key ones is Roger Martin. We're digging into his book, Playing to Win, and we're also using some tools that the IDOU courses, designing strategy and activating strategy, that Roger Martin was involved with. We're using some of the tools from those courses to help structure our understanding of what strategy is.
We were given the cascade of the design strategy and just working with that, and it looks one way, and then have it kind of be iterative and change and look completely different the next, and no telling what by the end of it all it'll look like from beginning to end, and that's just a really powerful and exciting thing to be a part of.
The biggest surprise from the process so far has been the number of people who have chosen to come along and participate. We've got a core group of between 20 to 25 people who come every session. That has been the most fulfilling bit for me so far.
Because it's an open invitation to all faculty, I have been able to experience and interact in meaningful conversations with colleagues from across the school, elementary, middle, and high school, and people in varying roles, from leadership roles to coaching roles, and just being able to have that mix and hear from different perspectives has definitely helped me better understand the ways that people interpret some of the questions, and that has just helped me amplify my understanding of our community and the different ways that we think based on the different roles that we're in.
A winning aspiration really is about who we want to be as a school. It's a little bit tricky when we use words like winning, because naturally people think, well, if there's a winner, there's a loser. And in schools, we don't typically think like that. But the actual phrase winning aspiration is, I think, very intentional about getting us to really focus on what is it that we're really good at and how can we be the best at that.
I always tell people as I'm coming into this meetings, like, I have an aspiration myself, and that's to be curious. I really want to be open to everyone and how they view the school, how they want to view the school, and where they want the school to go to. And so to be curious is asking questions and being willing to listen to them.
There was some confusion in the beginning, but hearing other aspirations from other well-known businesses like Nike and Starbucks helped me better understand that this is not a tagline, this is not a mission statement. This is how to capture the culture that you would like people to live, not only think about, but express in their day-to-day lives.
You know, day in and day out, the operation, the organization keeps moving forward. And so why are we slowing down and taking pause to do this? And I think it hopefully will bring identity. Who are we as an international school, Korea International School? in this context, and how can we hang our hat on something that brings value to who we are and that we can keep coming back to as an anchor? This is what we say, this is what we believe. Then does everything align with this moving forward?
I'm excited about the opportunity to get more people involved in design work. Projects like this really help to clarify that, and it helps people get a more accurate understanding of the work of designers. And hopefully that begins, a culture within the school of people looking at challenges and problems through the lens of a designer.
The thing I'm learning most about this process and being a part of the design team is how many like-minded designers we have at KIS. I think teachers are naturally designing new experiences every day. And so having all those people in one room, designing together, collaborating, has been an amazing, eye-opening experience.
I went through my education kind of trajectory or path, really homeroom kind of centered, literacy centered, core subject centered. Design was something that other people kind of did. And to have that now be a little bit of an identity, to be enfolded in this community, is like, oh my goodness, I guess this is kind of design.
This process we're going through, students are actually going to go through it in the real world. And the fact that we want to change as a school, I think, should be highly regarded, because you kids always just be at a plateau and be okay with it. As teachers, we challenge our kids every day. And so I think we should also be challenged to be better as well.
It's an ongoing process. And I want people to understand that design really isn't exclusive. It's a very inclusive practice. And I want to invite people to get involved whenever they feel that they want to. I hope that it builds a little bit of momentum and gives people some skills and tools to use when they're sort of looking at problems. And we want to encourage people to be, creative. I think that's really important. And hopefully, as we continue the process, there'll be lots of opportunities for people to kind of dip in and dip out and learn and practice what design means.
If you come in to KIS as a member of the community, what can you walk away with that would be common? Even though we all bring different individual perspectives and experiences and background, when you walk out the door, what is that common experience that we would want everyone to have? And I think a winning aspiration, I'm hopeful, and I think the community seems hopeful that would help guide us in that way.